Jeff Sessions, who is a Republican senator from Alabama, has changed his tune. It depends on what you thought his tune was in the first place, and it depends on whether you believe him, but says, hey, you know what? We might not filibuster a nominee by Barack Obama for the Supreme Court. In fact, he might even be open to a pro-choice nominee. Right. Well, let's first share what he has to say. He's going to talk to Neil Cavuto on Fox News Channel, make big news here, and then I'll tell you why I'm a little skeptical, to say the least. Let's watch.
I'm sorry, Senator, some of the women, they're all women who are among the front runners. And I'm wondering if for a lot of Republicans, as it did for many Democrats in the prior president with his Supreme Court picks, whether it comes down to abortion or certainly that is a major issue. Will it be? Is there that supposed litmus test to these picks?
I don't believe in a litmus test. I think a judge can have a different view on abortion than I would have and still could receive my vote. The question is,
by the way, Senator, does that mean a pro-choice candidate could receive your vote?
Yes, but I would like to know how they analyze the logic behind Roe versus Wade and whether or not they feel that they have some sort of power to amend a language to maybe conduct some other agenda that they would favor. So the question would be whether they're an activist or not. A person could disagree with me on a lot of things, but if they are faithful to the law, then we can get along pretty well.
I'm sorry, Senator.
I made a bet with Michael Schur, our co-host yesterday on the program, $40 and a coffee, that the Republicans would filibuster the nominee no matter who it was. Sight unseen, they would filibuster. And Michael said, no, you're being unfair to the Republican Party. That's a good one, right? And that they wouldn't filibuster, just flat out said wouldn't filibuster the pick. Now, Sessions is indicating in this clip and in other statements that he made that they are not predisposed to a filibuster and that they have very much an open mind. So you would think that this would be bad news for my bet. Well, you would think wrong, because this is not true. What this is a ruse to appear open-minded. And then they will say, you know, we were ready for a normal, moderate judge, but Obama went and picked this liberal activist judge. And what could we do? Our hand was forced. We had to filibuster it. Now, look, if I'm wrong, you know me, I'll come out and I'll be the first one to say, oh, no, hey, look, I should have given them more credit. They apparently were open-minded. But I'm given a guarantee here. There's no way they're not going to filibuster. Here's why. Even if Sessions believes what he's saying, and I don't believe he does, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say, yes, he's honest about what he's saying. It's not going to last, because if they have a pro-choice nominee, someone who's clearly pro-choice, and the Republicans do not filibuster, you know what's going to happen? Rush Limbaugh is going to happen. He's going to get out there and every day be like, oh, look at them. They gave in to the Democrats. They're so weak. They're chocolate milk light, as Glenn Beck would say. And then you got to put lard in the chocolate milk. You got to put fat in there. And you got to stand up for true conservatism. Until they're frothing from the mouth and a little blood dripping down. And then eventually Sessions and everyone else will buckle and they will filibuster the nominee. It's a young Turks guarantee. Now, if I'm wrong, it'll be great. We'll have this clip, we'll play it, and I'll say, hey, God bless, maybe they're going in a new direction. But I ain't going to be wrong on this one. I don't care what Jeff Sessions says now. It's, in my opinion, total strategy. Now, there are other aspects of this which are very funny. They asked him about, hey, what if it's a gay nominee? Because apparently some of the people being considered are gay. Can you be gay and an American and a Supreme Court justice at the same time? Is it possible? Well, for Republicans, that's a real question. Like, oh, well, let me put some thought behind it. So here's what Sessions says. He said he's inclined to think that a nominee's sexuality was, quote, not an automatic disqualification. Oh, are you not merciful? Thank you so much, man. Wow, he's inclined to think it's not an automatic disqualification. Likely to be a disqualification, but not an automatic one. Wow, thank you. I really appreciate that, man. I was wrong. Republicans, open-minded. Now, John Thune, another Republican senator, goes in a different direction. Here's his quote. I know the administration is being pushed, but I think it would be a bridge too far right now. it seems to me this first pick is going to be kind of an important one, and my hope is that he'll play a little bit more down the middle, so maybe someone bisexual? A lot of people would react very negatively. Oh, really? Okay. Now, you see, sometimes Republicans will say, hey, no, this thing, when we speak out against gay marriage, it's not that we hate gays. It's not that we want to discriminate against them. We're just concerned about the tradition of marriage, one man, one woman. So this has nothing to do with gays, right? Now, when you read quotes like this, what do you think? Do you think that they believe that gays should have rights outside of marriage and that that marriage thing is just another issue altogether? Hell no, man. What they want to do is they want to take away as many rights from gay folks as humanly possible. And when push comes to shove, you want to put one on the Supreme Court? Wait, that's a road too far. Okay? I didn't realize there'd be gay sex involved here. I don't know if they know this. They're not going to do it on the court. Okay? They also don't have straight sex on the court. That has nothing to do with what happens on the court. And I don't know if they know this. For people who are on the court or who are in business and stuff, their sex lives don't normally affect what happens. It's not like they have sex in the office, right? Whether it's straight sex or gay sex, it doesn't matter. Unless, of course, being gay is an automatic disqualification for some people. And the reality is, of course it is for Republicans.